What's up YouTube, this is Daniel and I'm back with my next video, and in this video, I'll be telling you how you can get started on STEPN right away. So let's jump right in. So stop! Before you get into STEPN, you need to do your own research. And by doing your own research, I mean you need to find out what STEPN actually is. You can find out more by going to the STEPN website and reading their white paper and finding out the information regarding STEPN. You can first of all read the white paper. You can check out the team that is backing and developing STEPN. You can go and check out the different investors that have backed STEPN. Finally, you can also check out the roadmap for the app. Currently, STEPN is a new app conceived in August and has only started its public beta phase in December. And there are many features that have not been rolled out, and you need to find out which features will be rolled out in the future and whether it's worth investing into or not. Now that you have done your research, we can start talking about starting out on the app. And the first thing you want to do while starting out on the app is that you need to buy your first sneaker. And for this video, I'll be sharing, in my opinion, the best sneaker to buy to start out on STEPN. And for this sneaker, let's name this sneaker my first sneaker. For this sneaker, we will take a long-term view of the game. We can stay in the game for the long term for many various reasons. It could be for investment or the earning potential. It could be for the fitness and the health benefits that it can provide for you. Or it can even be just for the fun of it. For the first pair of sneakers, you want to focus on earning GST, as you will need to use GST to cash out your profits later on. You also need GST to perform various other in-app functions such as shoe repair or leveling up of shoes. In my opinion, I think the ideal pair of sneakers is actually a jogger. I think it is the most flexible pair of shoes because the speed range of which it is optimum is from 4 to about 11 kilometers per hour. Originally, it was 10 kilometers per hour, but there was an update to increase that to 11. And on the lower end, at about 4 kilometers per hour, it is actually a comfortable walking pace. On the upper end, towards 10-11 kilometers per hour, it is actually a comfortable jogging pace for most people. I do think that this shoe presents you the option whether you want to take a walk or whether you want to go for a jog. And honestly, can you actually afford to run every day? Next, I think the ideal sneaker should be a common shoe. And you might ask me why I think we should go for a common shoe. As of now, the common shoe is the cheapest and it presents the lowest capital investment. And if the capital investment is low, it is most ideal because the risk that we are taking on STEPN is the least. I say this from the perspective of an average investor, but if you have more capital to spare or you don't mind taking on more risk, you can actually go on to purchase your first sneaker of higher rarity. It can either be uncommon or even a rare shoe. Next, I think the mint count should be 1. The mint count refers to the number of times this shoe has been used to mint another shoe. So for example, if the mint count is 2, this shoe has been used twice to mint 2 other shoes. The max mint count of each shoe is actually 7. What you need to take note of is that the higher the mint count, the higher the mint cost when minting the next shoe. However, the higher the mint count, it also presents a higher chance for dropping multiple shoe boxes. And at the current stage of the game, we don't really know what is the chances of it dropping multiple shoe box. But this data will slowly come out later on as more and more people try it. So for me, there are two main considerations here. We want to have the lowest mint count because the mint cost starts increasing after mint count 2. So to actually get the lowest mint cost, you want to have a shoe of mint count 0 or 1. The second consideration is that currently the price of the sneaker decreases with higher mint count. That is, the most expensive shoes are at mint count 0 and the price actually decreases when the mint count increases. So a shoe at mint count 1 will be cheaper than a shoe at mint count 0 if all else is the same. And like I mentioned, we want to minimize the initial capital investment in the game to minimize the risk. And so going for a sneaker that is cheapest will be in line with this strategy. And for this strategy, I believe it is a shoe or at mint count 1. At mint count 1, it still allows you to use the shoe for the long term. Next, we would like to get a shoe at level 9. The higher the level of the shoe, the more attributes it has, the higher the efficiency attribute that it has, the higher the earning rate of GST per physical activity or per energy. But as of currently, the higher the level of sneaker, the higher the price of the sneaker on the market. And this is largely due to the level up cost and time involved of leveling up the sneakers from level to level. One thing to note is that the leveling cost does jump quite significantly from level 9 to 10. And so there is a significant price difference between shoes at level 9 and level 10. In line with our strategy to minimize our capital investment and risk, we want to opt for the one that is cheaper, even though we might be giving up on some marginal benefits if we go for the level 10 shoe. Next, we need to consider some of the base stats, and for common shoes, they can have a maximum of 10 attribute points per stat, which actually gives you a total of 40 points per shoe. And so an average pair of shoes should have about 20 points. And so you do not want to buy a shoe that has less than 20 base points. As you're focusing on the GST earning potential of the shoe, we will want to focus on the efficiency and resilience. And to do so, we want to keep both luck and comfort to a minimal. When we look at the efficiency and resilience, it should have a total of 10 base stats out of the 20 on average. One useful equation to keep in mind is that the net GST earned is actually the total GST earned through the physical exercise minus the cost to repair the durability of the shoes used during that physical exercise. And so using this equation, a model has been developed using some of the STEPN community data. And according to one of the models that they have developed, it does mention that the efficiency should be around 40 points at level 10 and resilience should be about 10 points. And so that is something that you might want to look out for when getting your first pair of sneakers. I did state that the total resilience should be 10 points at minimum because if the original owner did follow the optimized method of point allocation for efficiency, they will have already allocated 10 points into resilience at the earlier stage prior to level 9. You can check out stepn.guide, where the community has come together to use the data to create the model and develop the simple user interface for new users to check their earnings based on the community data. Last but not least, gems in gem slots does boost its base attributes when depending on its level and rarity. Ideally, we will want to have most of our gem slots either in efficiency or resilience. All the other gem slots for comfort and luck are not relevant in our strategy. Gem slot matters because the vintage shoe gem slots does affect how the minted shoe gem slots will be. And so for example, if you have a shoe that only has efficiency gem slot and you mint it with another shoe that has only efficiency gem slots, the outcome is that the minted shoe will only have efficiency gem slots. However, if the two shoes have a mix of everything, the resulting shoe will also have a mix of everything. And so this is how people try to streamline and optimize their gem slots to fit into their strategy. Everything I say here is purely my own opinion. I may be wrong about some of the things I say, but I say this out of my own experience. So do go and do your own research before buying anything. None of this is financial advice, so do your own research. And remember, investing in crypto can be quite risky. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. If you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel as it will help me out a lot. Do check out my other videos on my channel if you're interested to find out more about STEPN. In this other video, I talk about the basics of STEPN. Do check that out before you get started. See you next time!